Is your website broken? Is it supposed to be generating leads but it's not? So hi, my name is Paul Easton and I'm in the digital space for over 15 years. I help businesses get more leads from the website. I've taken businesses from $3 to $6 million just by looking at what's going on. So I've got the situation at the moment where a client is running Google Ads. Now Google Ads, if you don't know much about them, they're a very efficient way to run ads for leads. That's the plus side. It can be set up very quickly and can be very effective. But the downside is because it's relatively simple to get started, a lot of people jump into it. And if you don't know what you're doing, you will get eaten alive because there are companies with bigger budgets and companies are knowing what they're doing. And they will take all the budget and you'll leave you wondering what happened. So the story is here. The client came to me and said, look, my budget keeps going up and I don't know what I'm getting from it. So what I found out was he had made some adjustments to his website and those adjustments had broken the tracking. And what happens when you break the tracking, you don't know where to spend your money. Imagine you're spending your money in one particular area, but you don't know what you're getting out of it. There's an old statement in marketing, half of your budget is wasted. No one knows which half. But then the great part about the online marketplace or the online space is you can actually track everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto a screen and walk you through what was going on and how I worked out where the mistake was and how we're going to go about fixing it. So let me jump onto a screen. See you soon. Okay, so what you're looking at here is an actual reporting sheet or a dashboard made in what's called Looker Studio. Now Looker Studio is a Google Ads Google product, and the way it can be designed is it's designed for different sets of periods of time and display information, pulling it from Google Analytics into a dashboard type format, which allows you to change the information, read it in a better way, because Google Analytics on a whole isn't very clear for pulling the data out. So this is designed, and you can get a copy of this from the link that's in the description, and has settings and detailed instructions for installation and some bonus extras. Let me walk across here the way it works. So the title up here, this is tracking Google Ads performance reporting for leads. So leads that are generated run from Google Ads. You note this is the time period, the reporting period, so 1st of January 23 until the 7th of January 2025. I always try to take the largest period of time because you get the best answers here, and this can be adjusted, which you'll show in a minute. So running through all these points up here, impressions is how many times your ads were shown on Google. And this next one is how many actual clicks are generated from those ads. Now the next one across here is called CTR. So that's how many times your ad is clicked on as a percentage reference to how many times your actual ad was showing. Now all conversions, in this case we're talking about when someone fills out a form. That is what's called in this model a conversion. And we've had 136 conversions. And this last one here is the cost per all conversions. So the average cost of the advertising over all the generations. So one lead averaged out to $104 overall. So that is that data. Let me just scroll down and show you how this information was decided. And it was done what's called search terms. Now in Google Ads there are two different areas. There are keywords, and those are what your ads show for, and you can set those keywords. And then there is search term, and it's the actual text a person puts in and searched on the actual ad. So the person decided what they were searching for. That's different than the keywords. You've got search terms down the side here. We've got the total cost, we've got the number of conversions, the conversion rate, and the cost per lead, and the number of clicks. So number of clicks is important because if you don't get enough number of clicks, you haven't got enough data to work with. So if you look at these ones particularly, Headstones Auckland, it has 5 conversions and its conversion rate is of 4%. But down here further, and that was $67 per lead of the form filled out. So we go down here, Stone Headstones, Now this is actual brand, so it's slightly different. The total cost $242, 10 conversions, but a conversion rate of 7.35. That's the actual brand that the site is about. So it's a little bit misleading. That's always something to keep in mind when this type of data. But interesting here at prices, where someone is searching for prices, the lead cost goes up to $362 and the conversion rate is very low. So you would take this out and make it something you did not want your ads to show for. So that's the purpose of this reporting document. And so this is a large piece of data that goes back quite a long way, and I'm doing it to show you how it should represent the data. Now with this client, as I explained in the other video, they made some changes within their site which actually broke this, and it made the reporting not as accurate and not as helpful. For this type of data here, you can decide what keywords are working for you, you can see what they cost per lead, everything is very focused, and what it allows you to do is change your spending to make sure you're only focused on these particular search terms and the ones that are working. Like I said up here, you would not allow this, you would put this as a negative, so not show ads for these particular terms, because you can see it's very expensive and it doesn't convert. So that's where this data comes in, and that's what I was talking about before. That is you competing with the market and being smarter than the market. You shouldn't be looking at what other people are advertising for. You should be looking at this type of information, what is converting for you as a lead. That's where the data comes in. Now I'll just break it down and show you one more thing before I finish off this video, but I want to show you where the mistake happened and how then the data got broken. So these data, like I said up at the top here, allows you to change the dates. Let's just change the dates. I'm going to change it to a smaller period. Okay, let's go right up here. I want to go right back to probably, let's go to December. It's October's enough. So let's go from October the 1st to January the 2nd. So we're going from October 24 to January 2025. And apply. And you'll see here the lead cost has disappeared. This data has all disappeared. They had adjusted something within their site. They weren't even aware that they'd made this change, and I'm in the process of finding the problem. But now their data wasn't pulling through. And this is where the client was talking to me saying my ad spend is still going up and it's still spending more. It's because they haven't looked at this data, they haven't got this data running, so therefore they can't see what they need to change. And this is key. That's why I give you a copy of this document, which allows you to keep track of it. It'll be in the description below, and you can also get my key to getting insanely profitable leads down there as well. So I hope this has been helpful, but at least data is your key online, and I've already said at least once. If you know what is working, you can spend money in the right place. If you know what is not working, you can stop spending money in the wrong place. And this takes time, and it takes data, and it takes, the data creates the actual truth. Regardless who you talk to, this is the truth of what's going on. And this makes you a better advertiser, makes you get more for your advertising budget, and actually allows you to track where your promising, your profitable sales are coming from and how to get more of them. I hope this find this useful, and check out the link below.